Hello everyone and welcome to Learning Minds. My name is Jyoti Nigam and I am a software engineer. So this is the seventh video of Elasticsearch series. I would highly recommend you to watch the previous videos before you come to this video. From here on, I'll be starting with practical of Elasticsearch. So the very first topic I'll be covering is mapping in Elasticsearch. So to start with practical, we would be needing a data set. So the data set I'm using is Movie Lens, and it is a free data set of movie ratings gathered from movielens.org. So head over to the website grouplens.org and type in movie lens. So the first link which comes up, open that and then head over to the section recommended for education and development. Over here, go to the small and download this zip file. You can also go to this readme.html page and have a quick overview. So this dataset contains four CSV files: ratings.csv, tags.csv, movies.csv, and links.csv. So once you download the zip file, you will find that this has ml latest small folder, and inside this folder you will find the zip file and readme file. If you open these files, so this is the ratings file. You will find user ID, movie ID, rating, timestamp. Similarly, you can open movies.csv and have a quick overview to the dataset. So this movies.csv contains Toy Story movie ID, the title, the name of the movie, and the genre of the movie. So you see over here, this Toy Story movie has been assigned adventure, animation, children, comedy, and fantasy as genres. It has been assigned multiple genres. So coming back to the slides, so what is mapping and how do we create it? So mapping is basically a schema definition. Mapping tells you about the field types of the data. It's not only field types. I'll be covering other points further. So just stick to this video. So in this, what happens in Elasticsearch is that whenever you import data, the fields are assigned the types by default automatically by Elasticsearch. So for example, if you imported a file and it has a field user ID. So user ID will be assigned a field type as number or integer. So in this case, if we want to explicitly declare the type of the field, we can do so when we define mappings. So over here, you find that this is some HTTP request happening. I'll explain this within a few minutes. So just take a look over here. So here we are defining mapping. So in mapping, we are saying that for this movies index, movies is the index that we are creating. We want the properties of year to be of type date. So we want the year property having type date. So I'll let's just type in this command in the terminal. So I am using in Elasticsearch using Docker, Elasticsearch in Kibana using Docker. So I hope you have Elasticsearch installed in your system. So you can find many YouTube tutorials on how to install and run Elasticsearch on your system. Mine is a Linux system, so if you are using Windows or Mac, so the process would be a bit different. So just find the relevant video for yourself and install Elasticsearch and then start with this practical. We'll be issuing curl command. So what is curl command? Curl command is used for sending HTTP request. So the format of the curl command is like this. So you specify the header with dash h flag. So here we define content type as application.json. Then you have the URL where you'll be sending the request. Then you specify the body after the dash d command. This will be the entire structure of the call command we'll be following in all the videos. So it's very important you get familiar with it, and you will be when you'll type in the commands. So let us create this mapping. So for the mapping, we need to type in export, and then since I'm running on my machine, so my address or URL would be the loopback address, and you define movies. And coming to the body part, we'll open the curly bracket and then press shift plus enter. Sorry, so it was shift plus enter. Just so I'll be typing this in multiple lines so that it looks clean. You can type the whole command within the one line. So I will be defining mappings. Then inside mappings, we'll have property. So we have property over here. We have just go to the top year. So over here we are assigning year, the type of date, and we'll close this, and remember to close all the curly braces. It's very important. It's quite common if you miss. Be careful while typing. So now once we have completed this, hit enter and got some error over here. So let me just check this. Is this error saying? Yeah. So it is properties and not property. So you see over here acknowledged is true, shards acknowledged true, and we have created an index of movies, and we have explicitly declared the type of the year to be date. Also, quick mention, it's common to make mistakes while you are typing, as you are an engineer and errors are the part of your life. So, coming to the next slide, what is so mapping is not limited to declaring the field types only. Using mapping, you can specify the field types, and you can declare the field index and field analyzer. So what are these? I'll be covering them. So using field types, you tell whether the type is to be string or byte or short or integer. So here you see the in properties we are defining user ID to be of type long. You can also tell the field index. So what is field index? So whether you want this field to be the part of the full text search. So if you want this field genre to be the part of the full text search, you will mention index as analyzed. But if you want that this field should not be included in full text search, then you should write not analyzed. So we in our case say we don't want that genre should be the part of the full text search, and say this field is just for some information purpose, not for our searching purpose, then we can write in this as not analyzed. Coming to the field analyzer, so you can specify, you can define tokenizer, token filters and all. So analyzers have like different meanings. So analyzers can be character filters. So what are these? So just let me head to the next slide. So analyzers can be character filters. So it can be used to remove HTML encoding. So if you have and in your text and you wanted to convert it to and in like in the English language and symbol to the and word. So this is the analyzers can help in that. So what is tokenizer? So tokenizer is basically if we have a sentence, we want that sentence to be split into words and on the basis of white space, sorry, on the basis of some punctuation, or we want that anything that is not a letter, from that the word should be split. So this is how tokenizers behave. So analyzers can be used for tokenization. Analyzers can also be used as token filters. So what is token filters? So if we want to do entire sentence or paragraph as a lowercase, if you want to perform stemming, so stemming is basically if you have words like learn, learning, learned, learned. So all these are like different tense forms. So the root word is learn. So you can like stem all the different words to the root word. So like going and gone and go will be the root word is go for them. So for synonyms, we can specify stop words are basically a and we whether we want to include it in our search or not because stop words may uh, occur very frequently and we don't want that they should be the part of our searching. We also have different kinds of analyzers. So you can use standard analyzer. So the standard analyzer splits on word boundaries. So it removes any punctuation. It does lowercase. It is a good choice to use standard analyzer when you don't know the language, which which language your text is. Coming to simple analyzer performs the split on anything that is not a letter and it lower cases. Whitespace analyzer splits on white spaces, but it does not lower cases the text. And language analyzer, when you know what kind of language you are using, you can make use of language analyzer. So for English, just stop words and it will perform stemming and everything. So these are the four kinds of analyzers which we can use. So in the previous slide, you might have noticed that it is written that the description of the movie should be of, like, say, analysis should be of English. So this is how mappings work and how do we create mapping. So we have already created a mapping for index movies, and in the next video, we'll be importing the data to this index and we will be doing updating the data, deleting the data, inserting the data, and all these operations. So do watch the next video and thank you for watching this video. I hope you like this video. Do like, share, subscribe, and comment. Thank you.